Time to ruin Apollo's whole day. Again. I don't know how many times I'm going to have to teach this man this lesson, but it's probably going to be 3. You know, rule of 3s and all that. Well, let's just get this out of the way so we can finally get into the next dungeon, the Faj'ro Temple, which, when you say that out loud, it's kind of on the nose now, isn't it? And unfortunately, I did have one attempt against this guy, and it's not going to be as much of a blowout as I wanted it to be. During the first fight, when I had all of when I was super leveled up and had all that good equipment on, he did not stand a chance at all. He went down so quickly. You remember back in the video, I had to replace everything with level 1 equipment just to make it even somewhat fair. Here, despite the fact that I do have the level 35 grass hat that I got from the Talatu Lips quest last time, and the Giga Spiral Drill. Now, off camera, I did go around to each one of the 5 vendors that you need to do to get that thing crafted. Gives you, I think, a big critical hit chance plus. It's still not good enough. Well, aside from that, Apollo, aside from just being better and having better equipment, is mostly the same fight. He does have fire equipment and some stuff which does make me question if he's not the one cheating. But really, it's like, you just wait until he does his super and then go in for the kill. It's not gonna all be that easy, though. Fights harder over time and everything. Although, really, the whole fire ability is not gonna be that big of a problem. Because, you know, how likely is it that he's going to be attacking me enough times to actually get the burn status on there? No, it's really the special attacks that he gets that I'm more worried about. But yeah, wait until he does a special attack, and then he's got quite a bit of cooldown. And that's when you go in for the kill. Because otherwise, the dash is a little bit too much to get around. And also, one thing that I noticed the last time that I was fighting this guy was... Is that even an ability? Oh, yeah, there we go. Nice. Yeah, it's like the winner of the previous round does not actually get all of their health back after this, so it would be best if I didn't lose too much health here. That said, I haven't lost a round yet, so this is not too bad at all. But this is also the hardest round of all of them, so definitely want to watch out. So yeah, what was that whole mine thing? Oh, fine. What was that whole mine thing that he did? I feel like that was... Is that even an ability you can do? Maybe it's in like the HP, you know, more tanky focused type of build, type of branch of the skill tree. That does feel very unfair. Why do you get the ability to do that? It was going so well at the start, too. And about half health on both of us. I swear to God, I definitely... Okay, come on, don't lose this guy here. I guess when he's glowing, when he's got the yellow power glow, that's when you really want to watch out. Now, isn't it? I don't know. I mean, I only did this fight once, one other time, and I feel like they didn't have that much of a problem dealing with his shenanigans when he was doing that. That is such a nonsense ability. That's like a hexacast thing. How come you have it? Have you been taking lessons from Ket and Dakar in multi-classing? Even though I'm fairly certain that he's not multi-classing and he's just wearing a bunch of weird armor pieces that he salvaged from stuff. Hooray! The name has finally been said. Alright, let's go. I do like the dungeons in this game a lot. Nice, good test of your puzzle-solving skills, as well as a couple new enemies and, obviously, bosses. Proper bosses, not just mini-bosses like I've been fighting before. Faj'ro Temple. Oh, yes, also the race. I mean, given that After I beat the fight, I also practiced the dungeon a couple times. I don't think that these guys are going to stand a chance here. Might not have been able to get a perfect fight up against Apollo, but yeah, I think this will make up for it.
You know what they say, the more the merrier.
Let's go. No, I don't really need a short duel. You remember that all this is like a video game, right? I don't even know why Leah's sweating. Hey, a level. Get those things really rare these days. I got, what, 1 in the last episode? So it's nice to see that I'm back to getting them at all points in time after everything I do. Well, the other thing is, as soon as you're out of battle, you're immediately healing up. Anyway, one of the nice things that I like seeing here is that the thing that you got in the last dungeon is not going to become completely useless at this point in time. You're still using your fire ability for stuff, namely lighting up some torches, I guess you could consider that. Sometimes in these sort of games, you get an upgrade and then you end up never using it after that point. I mean, obviously the fire does have the ability to light up stuff, as well as things generally being weak based on elemental preferences. But here, you're at least getting some usage out of this in even the puzzle solving, which is nice to see. And yeah, you got 2 different types of these torches. Kind of a tall one and a small one. And also, seen this before in the pirate house, I guess you could consider it. And given that there's only 3 objects here in total, it's not too difficult to figure out what to do. They are balls of water. You're creating super hot steam to get these turbines rocking and rolling. It's not very difficult to figure out at the start, but of course that's how that's how the dungeon went last time too. I was gonna say every dungeon, but there's only been 2 dungeons. Yeah, I did. You know, I do like how the different upgrades that you're getting here are not just like a small thing or something to be used. Should have thought that out a little bit better. Something that only gets used for a very brief amount of time or in very specific circumstances. You get your own skill tree. Yeah, do go away after time, and I don't understand how that missed at all. But anyway, yeah, you do get your own skill tree with the super arts, abilities, everything like that. It's a pretty well realized upgrade system compared to, you know, a lot of games I've seen where it's you have the thing that does the one thing. I keep thinking always of, what is it, the Twilight Princess Zelda, where you got the like top that you rode around on and it was used in one dungeon and almost nowhere else. Maybe it was something else, but I remember one that almost got no usage at all. All right, the first enemy of the dungeon, a jellyfish, because yeah, you know, it's the desert temple, jellyfish. And given that you do have a little, you have a little exploding water ball. I guess let's just say water ball here. It's not too difficult to figure out. You know, it is a little bit frustrating to do, and the best way I found to fight these guys is to not even mess around with that water ball in the middle of the room, but just they have their own exploding projectiles they shoot out at you, and just, you know, bounce them back a little bit. Don't have your fire ability on there, because that will not blow it up next to them enough. No, you want to kind of juggle it around with the non-elemental version of it to make it really work. Yep, so the 2 level ones do go up, do like send the fireball upwards as if it's some kind of pipe. I don't know. You're just supposed to figure out how to use it here. Which there's only so many ways that you can approach this particular puzzle, so yeah. And another staple, I mean, you got a desert dungeon, you got quicksand. You can't not put quicksand in your desert dungeon in a video game. That's against the law. You would be arrested and thrown in jail for video game crimes if you did that. I mean, much like the other things, not very difficult to deal with, but is going to become a little bit frustrating later on. The CrossCode does have a very great level of difficulty with the puzzles, where they really do slowly ramp up over the course of this entire thing. Oh, Another new enemy. And given that I'm given these two things, that's how you break them. Remember to switch back to non-elemental shots because given that they are shooting out projectiles, or shooting out fireballs, they don't really take too much damage from fire. Well, yes, moths to the flame in the most literal of ways. Emily's gonna love this. And here's your first look at the next element of the game, element of cold. Don't have the ability to use this outside of a couple of these bubbles that appear around here, but you can see that they do light up the torches in the same way, but a different color. You've seen this mechanic before, you know how it goes. It did take me a minute to figure out how it actually worked, though. You see the sand falling from the ceiling? That represents that there is some place that you can go to fall through, like, this area. And they're all in fairly easy to figure out positions. You just, like, for example, you know, you got one that's going to be immediately to my left, two there, one, two, and then, like, if I want to get on this side, go to this. But I think if I'm going to be trying to get the ice going, fire just leads to a chest. Probably going to need to go to the first one on the left that's not the lowest one. Same thing over here, too. A little bit easier, I'd like to say, but, you know, you just get on this and then bank shot that right over there and fall over there. But let's do the left side first. Okay, so the first whirlpool on the left, that's not the lower one, right here. I can't possibly tell you why it might have taken me a little bit to figure this out, but it did. One hoary old phrase that I like pulling out is, I have no excuse. Simple puzzles for babies, and I'm still screwing them up. So yeah, the one that I'm looking for is all the way on the left side. Easy. Just some Tims. Not a big deal. Been fighting these guys like crazy around here. You don't see a whole lot of the non-dungeon specific enemies, usually. But this one, I guess maybe just kind of change it up a little bit. Make you nostalgic for the previous episode. Now the key down. Let's go. I guess throwing in a little bit of quicksand does make it somewhat different, but not different enough that it's, you know, a notable thing. Alright, so not the first one, but the one after that. And then nothing else past that point. So go to the right, not the first one, but that one. Alright. And I do have a key, so I could continue on from this point into the next bit, but obviously the way these dungeons are designed is that you're supposed to be doing everything. So let's clear out both these paths first. And there is also this area down here that I gotta go to as well. But first, okay, so the one on the right, but not the one on the bottom. Farthest right, but not on the bottom. Easy enough to remember. Trust me, I still would probably screw it up if I didn't say it like that. Let's go. Oh, I hate these things so much. I think that the one... I feel like the ones in the dungeon, though, like, might pop up from the sand a little bit more often, a little bit more frequently. I have nothing to believe that. It just... I feel like at some points in time that I was fighting these things that they really did take a long time to fight compared to this. Of course, you usually have companions for that when you're in the field. Like I said, I have absolutely nothing to back that up. No reason to think of that at all. But I said it anyway. Well, I mean, if you can't swim in water, you can't do that. So, of course. And equally, of course. Not... Oh, I think you can also... You don't stand where those things are exploding, though. That will hurt you quite a bit. I do think you can also fire these up to unthaw them. I don't know if that ever actually comes up in the... Don't know if that ever actually comes up in the dungeon, but it's a thing. All right, there's one, and I just need to... Let's go. So yeah, you can get rid of these things, or you can freeze them to use them as platforms. And here's a point in time where you want to get rid of them. Yep. I screwed that up several times before figuring out the basic order of events for that. All right. This is an interesting puzzle because you only need to hit the non-watery versions of each one of these. So all I have to do is look at this as, which one do I want to freeze? Which one do I want to get rid of for a time? And I think it's this one and this one. There we go. Nailed it. Could not have gone better there. Because that's another easy one to screw up. More of these schmoes. See, pretty easy when you just use the non-elemental shot to position that back a little bit. And I don't know if they have projectile resistance or something, but I feel like I always just have an easier time fighting them when I go melee, so... I don't know. Do that? Yeah, their melee attack is the only really threatening thing about them at this point in time, as long as I'm on top of stuff. There we go. Something kind of interesting about this dungeon is that there is a total lack of... I mean, there wasn't a quest when I was going in here, nor is there any sort of botanic stuff in the same way that the previous... Yeah, buddy? Oh, nailed it. Yeah, there's no botanic stuff. That's a kind of an interesting change, that there's a little bit, like, marginally less content, but less content in this current dungeon compared to the previous one that I have done. Now, I can't hardly say that that's a really terrible thing, given that the game has had such a ridiculous amount of content so far. But given that I did find out in the... There we go. Given that I did find out in the previous episode that we're going to be doing a little bit of a revamping of the final dungeon of the game. Oh yeah, you can see how this is kind of cleverly set up to get the fire to do that. And then to get the ice to kind of angle this here. Yeah, they're going to be increasing the amount of content in the dungeon. The final dungeon of the game. Does make me think that maybe over time there's going to be a little bit less in each one of the areas. Though as of right now, it's just going from an absurd amount of content to a good amount of content. Like basically a good, what you would expect in a regular video game. I don't know. I mean, one of the other things that I've noticed is that haven't really, yeah, the mods. You know what she's gonna say. They're also frustrating to fight, given that they do fly in the air, so you can't really hit them unless you do that whole lighten up the torch and then luring them over there. They do. Pollinators, man. Well, and also these are gigantic virtual mods, so not quite the same thing. We are going to be exterminating them by the bucket load. All right, so bunch of keys in hand, let's go. But yes, I was saying that it was the what was I thinking of? The add-on thing. I've only had one add-on so far, and that was for the previous Dungeons quest, going in and getting the laser TNT and laser pickaxes. So it's kind of interesting to see that not really... haven't had any more use of that. Maybe it'll start to come up a little bit more when it comes to the the non-cross-world content of the game, where you're starting to try to figure out where there's a bunch of errors and problems in the game, which is what I'm thinking this game is going to eventually go, the plot is going to head towards. It just seems like if you're going to be going full dot hack type of stuff, that's the way you want to do it. I have no, I would need to do it from here. Yes. Oh yeah, and I see. Yeah, I'm trying to remember what I'm supposed to be doing here, and it's actually much easier than I'm thinking. There we are. Just go over here and then do it like this. Because you want these to go down to hit the corner of the wall there. Simple. Okay. Oh, this is a fun one. Because it is not just the one turbine that you need to get rolling. Multiple of them. And don't overthink how to do this. Just shoot it down once, and there. And then get to the other side real quick. Done. All right. There's a little bit of work that goes into that one, even though those do stay up for quite a while. But yeah, if there's any more, so far you just have the... Come on, guys, get around. It's all lit up. Isn't it cool looking? Okay, there we go. Yeah, if there's any more add-ons to do, it's not like the one that I have right now is doing much of anything for me. And it seems like a pretty interesting idea, to give you scanning and the like, to let you see where items are, or maybe even just some sort of other basic add-on. Maybe it'll immediately tell you general locations of treasures or something. I don't know. Something. It's just interesting to think that I've been playing this for quite a while at this point in time and only gotten one. There we go. Slightly off screen, but it's not like there's too many places that this can possibly correspond with. There we go, and I didn't even know that getting crushed by stuff was a thing that existed in this game. Learn something new every day. It ain't our good old friend, the platform over Infinite Pit. And it runs out of power, which is very... I don't know, this makes me really think Donkey Kong. Like, where, especially, you were getting fuel and stuff for some of the... is that gonna work? Or some of the carts in other games or platforms. There we go, I actually did get it there. Good. This seems fairly obvious. Except this time, it is wind power, making it much more eco-friendly? I mean, there were barrels, and not like barrels of oil, barrels of energy stuff in Donkey Kong, so I guess how much can I really say that? Shoot down one, and then you can see the bank shotting that I'm doing right here. You have to be a little bit fast because those do disappear. And I did get it, though. Okay. Starting to step up their jellyfish game here, aren't they? Oh, and unfortunately, they're kind of off the edge, so... That, too, not really helping. Yeah. Good enough. I mean, they don't take a whole lot of damage when they're not broken, but they do take enough that if you have them down quite a bit, it's not really going to take too much time to just attack them rather than trying to wait for the exploding ball to get out. All right. One side fire, one side ice, and I think that opens up the next-ish part. Is this about halfway through? I would call this about halfway through. Oh yeah, it's definitely halfway through. This is a boss room if I've ever seen one. All right. And given that 2 jellyfish spawned here, yeah. And the rocks fly towards you, which is very silly. All right. Not gonna be as easy this time now, are ya? Just keep moving. Just keep moving. You'll be fine. Make sure those jellyfish are kind of on your opposite side, and then... Yeah, not the most challenging boss, comparatively. Maybe if you're going for it no hit, getting around those homing rocks would be a little bit frustrating, but as it is, not a problem. Wow, squishy teeth. I haven't gotten a million of those things already. And yeah, that's actually enough to get me the next upgrade here, which is, of course, the element of cold. I mean, you've seen quite a bit of it already. Cold mode. That's a mouthful. Now I've got 28 points to spend. Last time I kind of skipped through it. Let's actually take a look at what's going on here. I mean, I could go for like more defensive type of stuff, but you know me. Same old G. I'm not doing that. Focus plus. Let's go with long startup. Yeah, sure. Because I do think that the other thing is, yeah, kind of what I've been using this entire time. So get something a little bit different going on. I have like nearly 30. I might as well start blowing some of this. Sure. And I don't know, maybe go for Indigo Strike. Dashing with seems kind of interesting. No, that's one I've always been using. Big Snow Explosion. Sure. Let's go up here, and then let's also get all of that. There we go. That should handle me for at least a time here. That, of course, didn't hit anything. I don't know what I was expecting. Tron. I can't believe you got here so fast. I even knew what the solution to every one of the puzzles are. How did you figure them out even faster than me? Yeah, this is the middle of the hourglass. I think you can even see the overhang if I walk around a little bit. Which, I mean, of course I am. It's kind of I would say that sort of level of exploration is definitely part of the series. Oh, yep, there it is. Not too much else to do here, though. There's a teleporter and all that, but it's not like I'm going to be calling it quits right now. Nah, let's get right back in here. Excellent. And now with the element of cold at my hands and my fingertips, I can not have to be constrained. Do not have to be limited by mere bubbles that appear in my presence. Come on, hit the thing. Are you kidding me? And this is how Tron got ahead of me. Because I'm doing stuff like this. I didn't even mess around getting any of the... Yep, and there's the end right there. I didn't even mess around getting any of the treasure chests, and yet still... Yep. And yep. There's your new big mechanic. Oh boy, is it. It's not the easiest thing. Kind of figure out how to have these things spread in the... Oh boy. Kind of figure out how to have these things spread in the right areas to do the right thing. Maybe I can just get it right here. Yeah. Yeah, that did it. That was just fine. And, I mean, you just gotta hit it up here and then hit it over to the left, but not right now. get on with this dungeon here, because there's still plenty of stuff left to do. These dungeons are pretty lengthy, after all. Okay, create myself one ice puck, shoot it right to that. And I do think that the way that these things work is that you don't have to necessarily hit the coal portion of that. You can also hit the upper portion too, which will come into play later. Trust you me. And oh, that wasn't the right solution at all. Oh well, easy enough to get rid of that and restart this whole thing. Yeah, one of the things I did talk about earlier was, hey, I like the idea of still having the fire come into play, but at this point in time, this really is more about using the ice. I don't even think you get any more of the turbines in this particular area. Still, it is, you still do have enough stuff where you are getting... This is one hell of an enemy now, isn't it? Yeah, you do still have stuff where you are getting, like, fire and ice variations on... Good. Managed to take him down in one cycle. I was worried there. You know, getting each one of the torches to get lit up with fire or get lit up with ice. But aside from that, it's like, yeah, it's not quite the same level of stuff. Gotta watch out, because that comes up real quick. It's actually not really what I wanted to do now, is it? Two, and then from here... Because the fire is immaterial. Can just shoot right through it. Okay, dungeon has opened up. There's a lot more areas to go, and it's going to start getting something here. New mechanic getting introduced almost immediately. Very similar to how the bomb could, like, shoot up against bombs. Well, you can also bounce the ice puck off each one of these water blocks to have them get frozen as well. Yeah, because you can see exactly how this area is designed in this way in particular. And that's exactly where you do want to stand. It's true. Same thing with this. You get this big, large area over here, because you're supposed to get the water ball right there, and then... I gotta think like a game designer. Said before, I'll say it again. Just get over here. Like, you're not fooling me. I can see the stuff already. Yeah, maybe try that again. You know, you guys aren't weak against ice. Those guys are weak against ice, obviously. They're fire moths. Come on. I can't believe that I continue. Whatever, I'll take a little bit of damage there just to do this. Oh, come on, I can kill you in one single combo if you guys don't drop into the lava. Yeah, it's interesting to have an enemy that is dealt with one way early on, and then it gets dealt with much easier and less cumbersome way in the second half of the dungeon. Also a very Zelda-type thing, like when you get the ability to pick up bomb plants, and then you get the ability to pick up, and here's the super puzzle. You get the ability to pick up bomb plants, and then you get the ability to just carry around bombs by themselves. It's got that same sort of feeling to it. Well, that's convenient. I don't know how useful it's going to be, but... Well, it's useful in the sense that I can't actually go anywhere else right now. Let's go back to the West Hallway and go upwards instead. Kind of done with the lower part of the dungeon for the time being. Just not this area. Oh, I need to go left and then up. Oh, thank God they have that map in here. Otherwise, it would be very much getting lost right now. Yeah, right. There's the door up here. Not a problem. Throw as many mobs at me as you want. I ain't Emily here. I have a much higher tolerance for all creatures, big and small. Though these are small creatures that just happen to be extra large right now. I still have compassion for them. And they're also not real creatures, so, you know, there's that thing, too. Should stop getting hit by these things already. It's not that hard to dodge around the stuff. Much, much more convenient to fight them. Okay. And if it's blinking like that, it means that's going to eventually wear off, which is a thing. Okay. I think I can, because all I need to do is I just need to get it over here. No, I need to get to one more level because, yeah. Well, one more level, one more hit above there. One more tile range, and then it would have been fine. And there. There you go. Yeah, that was the one where I figured out that you could hit the top part of this and have it still work just the same. Because, I don't know, it had a hard time figuring that out. For whatever reason. Took me longer than it should have. That should do it. Took me longer than it should have to figure that one out. And there we go. Key down and ready to go. Then I'm going up from here. Yeah, there's not really too many other areas that I can get to as of just yet. The super puzzle is, of course, right out. Man, look at that. Super puzzle is, of course, right out until I get many more keys. Okay, so that needs to be hit at the same time as the second thing. Let's, how about that? Those two things need to be hit at the same time, so I'm thinking hit this one? No. Yes. There we go. And then maybe just not that, but this. Then one more over in the middle. Oh, never mind on that. And then one more over in the middle. Well, no, this is the middle one. Then it's going to be one more over on the side, which will be this. And that should do it. A daunting puzzle at the start, but not too bad once you kind of get into it. Don't even really have to look at what each one of the switches does. It's not that complex, at least not yet. That should be enough. A little bit tricky because sometimes doesn't really look like it's going to be. Leah can jump quite the distance. Gotta remember that. Oh, right, they give you two here for this explicit reason. Shouldn't forget about that. There and there. Good. Oh, great. Yep, it's not just hitting the guy with ice. You have to hit him with ice, and then you have to hit him with that. Here's a good opportunity to use this. Hell yeah. Yeah, you have to get him with ice so that things can even get close to the magmizer, and then, only then, you can actually hit him with the ice ball to deal damage. White key, finally. Getting this sweet, sweet white chests all ready to go. I should probably make that a part of this episode, you know, getting all of that sort of thing, but I might not. I might just say, let's save that one for the next episode, because there are a lot of chests to go out and get right now. And to be honest, I would like this one to be maybe a little bit of a quick one. After all, I practiced the dungeon a couple times, just to make sure that I knew exactly what I was doing. This puzzle also, it's set up in a way where it's so obvious, and yet I still took so long on it. Anyway. Okay. So ice will lower that. Good. Should go without saying, though. Gotta have fire here first. Wait, what? I can't believe I whiffed that so badly. It was already kind of a mess to start with, and then it just got worse over time, didn't it? Okay. Having two elements here, I think, is what's screwing me up. And then, very quickly, yes! Timing. Yeah, having two elements is starting to screw me up in the way that it's like I'm having a hard time kind of keeping track of all of them when I'm doing my thing. Which I guess in this case is playing the video game. And easy. But, of course... Hi. Ah! Gotta be either very quick on the draw with these guys or lucky. Because, yeah, they'll just automatically dodge around stuff. I would say, video game-wise, it's the old-fashioned, they take their sweet time when they're attacking. Or after they attack, too. They're actually stunned for quite a while. But those things can be pretty dangerous. Laser eyes. Look at me. Look at me with your laser eyes. No, wait, don't! That's how you get disintegrated. Take that as a lesson, kids. What am I even doing? We're gonna do this, we're gonna do this, and we're gonna do that. I'm gonna make this less ridiculous. Sure, when it hits it, when it hits it on the side, it'll continue bouncing off, but when it goes on top, no, just completely done at that point in time. This is a fun little combination of stuff. Not a difficult one to figure out, given the very unique look of the room, but, Okay, and then... There. Was that enough time now? Jeez. Give me that key and let me get out of here. Never really think about it all that much, but there are... this game sure is based around a lot of right angles, isn't it? I mean, not only do you have, like, the circuit and your style and just everything designed in the game. I don't know if that was an intentional thing or if that's just kind of how it turned out over time, but... Well, that's how it is. Alright. Nothing... Yeah, nothing that goes, like, straight up. But do have the wall here angled. Think that the best way to do this is like this. And probably a little bit more in the corner, because you're given an entire area, you're given an entire room to work with. Why not? Since I don't want to hit that immediately, right there, and then right there. Right there. Yes, that's a little bit... I'm sure it probably would have worked anyway, but it's a little bit better spacing-wise, in my mind. Now then. Okay, angled walls here and here. Well, a little bit too small here and here, so here. So what I'm going to do is this exactly. It's not even going to hit the first torch when I initially shoot it, but now it will. And then, yeah, just right over here to get this working. Another one that might have taken me a little while to figure out. I'm stupid when it comes to puzzles, which is a trait that I share with everybody else who posts videos on YouTube or Twitch or anywhere, really. That's a lot of numbers. Oh well. I do have quite a few new ice abilities. I like it. You have to watch out for. You have to watch out for elemental overload, but you know. Nah, I think that it's. I don't know if these things take a tremendously increased amount of damage when it comes to. Oh, come on now. Ice does not seem to be the case. Oh, come on. Getting into the drink wasn't enough there. I tell ya. One break here and it should be good. 4 left? Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Whenever you see those, like, mystery numbers of however many enemies you need to fight, they're gonna go... Like, remember the Flinter fights? Those things were ridiculous. Ridics. Don't go into the thing! I wonder what would happen if I died there. Not that I want to know. I just... That was just a hypothetical question thrown out into the void. 4 keys. I think I'm doing good. Yeah, I saw them. They're pretty great. I don't know. I think things shooting lasers is a pretty standard thing in video games. It's pretty easy to make a laser. I mean, it's just one frame of a big column. I might be able to get you over to the MF Solar. They'll allow it. It's pretty okay. And you're kicked out of the party. You do the ice cream quests? Up on Bergen Trail? Speaking of which, I do need to actually remember to put in the Talatu Lips quest and the Mystique one. Wait, did I get the Mystique one? I don't remember. You just throw balls of ice at them. It's a little bit easier. Yep, getting there. I think I got more... Ah, okay. Yeah, because those fires come up pretty quickly. Very close, but not quite there yet. Here. Much easier. I got this middle room, but that looks like that's the final boss. What am I even saying? No, it's the area that you go into from the super puzzle. Yeah, I think I should. No, not quite. I need more keys. Because there's no way that they would leave this available to you and not be used. Well, I mean, there are some areas. I guess there are actually some circumstances where that would happen. Specifically thinking about the... Yeah, okay. Specifically thinking about the one area where I got a... Fine then. I can do this. Where I got a chest in the previous time. Okay, so it goes around in a circle. And there we go. Real difficult. Mm-hmm. Is there anything even that I can hit around here? Well, no, I guess you think about it. It'll continue going around in a circle forever. I don't remember this one very well. There you go. Oh, it's a limited time one, though, which is confusing. All right, all right. Goes around in a circle forever, etc., and so on. Easy. Why can't it go over those tiny, tiny pipes? They're so tiny. Ah. This is a clever puzzle. Clever puzzle. You have to get it to wait just long enough. Oh, come on. You just gotta stall it out just long enough to make it work. There you go. Oh, at least that one's not timed. Great. Well, I can deal with these guys a little bit easier. You know, I don't actually know if... Is there something that... No, doesn't, like, do a lot of extra damage or anything. I was wondering about that, if there was some sort of synergy with the ice element to make it easier to fight these guys, but no, not really. Oh, cool. Making my job easier. And a Magmizer. Let's go! Gotta get him down with this first, and then... Oh! There we go. That'll work. Oh, come on. But damn, I am good at this. Oh, those Magmizers can actually do a lot of damage. They have a lot of flamethrowers. They have a lot of projectile skills. It's very scary to go up against them, but if you can blitz them down fast enough, not even a big deal. Now, just take them out immediately. Okay, now, with that out of the way, though, I think I can make my way over to the super puzzle, which will then have the boss key behind it. So yeah, this is going, I'd like to say, pretty smoothly. Even compared to the previous dungeon that I did. This goes to show you that getting a little bit of practice in can go a long way. Oh, are you really going to make him go over to the other side? It's already blocking off half of the puzzle as it is. Do I really need to go do that? I already made it into this room and to the other side of that wall. Messing around with the speedrunners more than anything else. Which, again, I don't think a community exists for this game. At least not as far as I know. There we go. One key left, and that's you. All right, let's get the lay of the land here. So, slows down your projectile. And then got this, which ice puts down that one, fire puts down that one, and I guess, well, not that, but for a short amount of time. Just gotta time things well. Then gotta destroy all these things with fire. Okay, easy enough. Let's make it ice just for fun. Ah, should have had that set to ice first. Yar. And then fire here to get it going. Make sure I get rid of all those. Ice that. And then... Oh, no, it goes... Yeah, I forgot. It goes much faster when it hits that then. Okay. You, and then... Got the super fast bolt going up right here. There you go. A little bit tricky, but I wonder if I'm going to be seeing the doubled up, or the like half speed thing again. Yep, very, very similar to the first dungeon in the way that, you know, one of the basic enemies you've been fighting, fight a whole bunch of them now. That is sort of a standard mini-boss fight in this game, after all. You remember the DJ Penguin, and like I said, the Flinter fights. There's also the Super Metatron. Or Metaton. Ah, I couldn't even see you. I see you are firing lasers at me. Oh, lucky your buddy was there to block you. To blocks you. Otherwise, you would be taken down within seconds. And in fact, I will do that. You deserve the I'm frustrated with you super attack ending. I'll kill you last. Yeah. Okay. Yep, those laser moths are not messing around now, are they? Oh well. I'm doing well enough. Yeah, this is like sandwich time. I definitely won't need it for the boss or anything. What are you even talking about? Hey, I took out the magmizers pretty well. What do you think the boss is gonna be? That's right, a giant jellyfish. Good. And good. Alright, come on, 2 more. I don't think there's any more laser moths up there. I can't really go over and look at the wall to make sure, but this feels sort of like it's winding down. Oh, 3 of them at once? No problem. See? Check it. And again, you get the super attack ending, just because I've been frustrated with your moth shenanigans this entire time. Explosion is pretty generous. And you can clearly tell that that's going to be the boss key, given that it looks like a giant sandwich. I don't know, because it looks like it's got like the filling in there and like the bread is blue. Just give it to me. This is stupid. What am I even trying to talk about? All right. That's, yeah, like I said, smooth dungeon. I am still going to have to go back and get all the chests, but I think compared to the, 12 of 20 right now, not nearly as many chests as last time, which is good. How convenient. I'm pretty ready for this. I do want to throw on a bunch of buffs first, though. There's really no reason not to. I mean, after all, I have so many of them, of so many different varieties and everything. Yeah. Tofu cracker, cheese. Yeah, it's cheese cracker. It's a good looking one, too. It's making me hungry, even though these are, you know, very, focus and defense. I mean, I don't think that it stacks here. Heat resistance, obviously. Have you even seen this area? All right, let's go. I don't know if I can get too many more buffs, though. It doesn't really seem like it's working. Yeah, it's a giant moth. Of course it is. Seeing how much moths are doing stuff around here? I'll just take that. Okay. Gonna be a lot of dodging and a lot of usage of... Oh, well, that was my bad. A lot of usage of the thing up here. That's not bad damage at all, though. Really, the thing I'm most worried about is, well, the laser and also elemental overload. Up and down. Yeah, second phase starts to get a lot more complicated compared to the... Stop doing that. Stop doing that, me. Left and right is kind of how I'm trying to do this, but I did mess it up pretty bad there. Okay. And of course. All right. Oh man, yeah, there you go. Left, right, and don't let it hit you. Whatever. This is going a lot better than the giant Metaton fight. Say that. Come on, just get rid of the elemental overload, please. I do like the attack that's just throwing a fireball at you. It's very basic for no reason. Yeah, if you're ever having any problem with this fight, just jump into the lava and you'll be fine. Ah. I swear that I'm better at dodging than you're seeing right now. Yeah. Okay. Same thing. Get it about there. Close enough. I said close enough. Oh no! Are you kidding me? It's fine though. It's fine. You're gonna give me a couple seconds here to heal up. Okay, come on. Let's at least get one good laser dodge right now. If nothing else, I can at least prove, despite the other failures that have been happening here, that I'm not entirely incompetent at dodging that attack. Okay, a little bit more. Elemental overload is getting a little bit scary, but I think I can probably deal with it. Just shoot off a bunch of regular shots here or something. I don't know if the shooting off regular shots matters if you're not actually hitting the enemy. I don't think so, so I'm not going to do that. Nope, nope, nope. I think that'll do it. Yes. And that will definitely do it. Great. First try. Not that it was the best, but like I said, at least it went better than the Metaton fight. And I'll take a guess right now and say I probably won the race. I think I did that dungeon pretty well. Leia agrees. Well, I mean, no surprise, I did practice it before, but still. Yeah, I thought you'd have that reaction. Well, hey, at least he beat Tron. Which, come on, I mean, he's the wizard here. He should have an easier time fighting flying enemies than even I did. Although, well, that moth fight maybe didn't go the best. I still, one try, come on. Give me props for that. The fire golems? Yeah, okay, fair enough. Those things, unless you can blitz them down real fast, do have a lot of very large area hitting attacks, and it is a multi-step process to take them down. Yep, which is, of course, just going to be more exposition, but hey. I mean, I feel like when the guy that gave me this quest in the first place, I don't think we ever got a name. Mr. Exposition comes out, and he's like, hey, you did a great job in this. It sort of lessens the impact of finishing a dungeon. It's like, hey, you and everybody else that has ever done this. I mean, it's already a video game that's part of the whole conceit of the series. Still. I approve of the sword, by the way. Nice, bright pink color. And it appears just to be made out of flames. Or maybe it's very thorny and has some flames around it. Either way, Red Flame Shade is not only going to open up a new area, but also a new couple skills in the circuit board, so I'll have to check those out. Maybe at this point in time I'll finally see... I'll finally... Hey, nice. I'll finally get some usage out of the circuit override, circuit resetter things that I've been getting after finishing some stuff. Hey, there you are. Why can't I have a hat like yours? Leah's horns are not the most impressive thing. When's the character customization coming around is what I'm asking. And there you go. You know, I guess there is a triangle in the background, so it's only fitting for the tri-blader to have a big... Yes, thank you, Emily. Exactly. Oh, always with the views. Not quite sure why that's the That's the major way that we're getting new plot developments at this point in time. Well, let's see what we got. Flames. Moonstone. Yes, such is the duality of fire. At least in its relation to man. Already seen one of them. And I guess that's going to be a theme for each one of these things. I do like the idea that it was just born out of Enel's boredom more than anything else. You know, some say that faith, a mustard seed of faith can move a mountain, but boredom, and by some people I guess I mean the Bible, but boredom can do even greater things. And these days we call them stars, and now you know the rest of the story. All right, well, anybody else got anything to say around here? Does everybody hate at least one of the creatures around here in one way or another? Oh, hey, it's this guy. I haven't seen him for a while. What is his name? Don Franco. I don't know if that's going to be randomized by the next time that I see the dude, but I'll make a point of trying to remember to look it up if I can. No? Yeah, fair enough. I know there's at least one more. You? There's got to be at least one more person talking around here. I mean, I'm going to do that after this. So this is definitely going to help. Oh, I already know exactly which one they're talking about, too, so... Well, maybe that just means that everything's going to be very easy to find. I'd be okay with that, too. Well, my party members are doing okay, just kind of walking me wander around and eavesdrop on people. I mean, certainly with this whole thing going on over here, you could put something in there. Looks like the old Sierra background with how pixelated it is. Is everybody a student here? Yeah, well, with the whole many facts about biology that you've been talking about. I thought he was just a fan of reading Wikipedia pages or something. I mean, oh, what do I do? Don't worry about it. Oh no, the jig is up. Can't keep pulling this grift now. I think the only thing that I've said since coming out here was hi. Which was after Emily walked out the door. I don't know. I've been in this situation before. The old, we all thought you already knew. Happens like that. Yeah, he definitely could. Sure. I mean, make it a numbered list. That's a bit easier with the whole holding up fingers. And without those two schmoes around, you can guess that we're going to have another logout session. And this one, from what I remember, is a little bit different compared to the other ones. Yeah, I know. It was... And we got control dreams. Can see what the task is, caught up in a long dream, have a look around. Not all that helpful. Still get dash, but you don't get any of the other, well, anything. No attacking, no main menu, anything like that. Guess some kind of cave system. It looks sort of like a dungeon. I'll have to kind of keep a lookout for this place appearing later in the game. But aside from that, I don't know, bamboo? Maybe it's supposed to be the first area of the game, the place where Shizuka first went through. Because bamboo would certainly be a fixture in that area. Not that there's too much of anything going on in here just yet. Strange sound each time it kind of fades out like that. Could not possibly tell you what it means since this is the last little bit that I've played. Kind of looks like the paw rocks. From what I remember, you can go down more incorrect paths. I think I just chose all of the correct ones this time. You need to go like the upper left, lower left, and then to the upper right, something like that. So I might want to remember that combination for later. What could that possibly mean? No idea. And this is absolutely the start of the game. The very first introduction where Shizuka was arguing with Mystery Man and trying to do something with her brother was not clear. I've had my suspicions about Sergei potentially being part of whatever the shadowy cabal that we saw at the beginning was. I mean, the guy that was shadowed in sort of the same vid window as Sergei is right now was not the same person. He kind of looked like an old bald guy or something, had like some facial hair. The point is, he wasn't Sergei. But I guess at some point in time he was involved with them. He just never got into... Oh boy. Just never got into the real meat of it. So maybe he knows something, but probably not that much. Great, am I going to finally get yes or no? Keep nodding your head. Well, if you keep backups, then what does it matter? Just keep on forging ahead. As long as you're doing proper version control, I don't really see how there could be any issue. Now, I don't know anything about how hooking up VR to people in comas works, but it's probably fine. I have no idea. Also, nice who's on first bit there. I mean, the game has been developed over time. Maybe at this point it has been integrated into the playground. And I guess you're just going to have to keep playing to see. I mean, I'm still going on the idea that maybe this is supposed to be early access type of thing. And that some of the stuff that earlier on has been, in development will open up over time. It does jump around days in-game, it seems. So much stuff happened here. Well, maybe that's exactly what they're talking about there. Not that I'm going to see it on this episode. Oh, no. Even without a couple party members, I'm going to be going back to Bakikum and immediately doing the rest of the quests. Hey, and that's actually Chapter 5. Neat. Okay. Well, I'll have to go back to get the rest of the chests after this, but at least for right now, can immediately go and... Yeah, like I said, I still got the 3 major factions for quests now, and then also finish up doing Ket and Dakar's quest as well. So let's start helping out the cause of capitalism first. Yes, always glad to help. Of course, of course. I had to deal with some of the more obnoxious enemies that you possibly could when it comes to the Maroon Desert reason. Sure. I'm down, I guess. Finally talking to Ryda, too. I think that I did make an attempt to talk to her before, but it was like, hey, no, not yet. Do a quest later on. Yep, that's the one. Yep, got it. Brain fully absorbed the things that I'm about to be doing. Gotta make sure that I don't forget about you, because I think that's the last one in this area. Alright, what up? You know, last time they tried that over in the mines, it didn't really turn out too well for them. Into a puzzle, eh? That's a thing. And, okay, not even for, like, anything particularly substantial. It's so you can set up the best bar around here, eh? I mean, I guess... Wait, I already have everything? Oh, okay, sure, fine. I have no idea what I was even looking for, but I guess I have it. Probably comes with the territory of just doing all of the botanics stuff and everything, too. Speaking of which, I still gotta put that into the episode. Did I already say, speaking of which, I still gotta do that? I might have. This is a new recording session, by the way. Because episodes of this are very long. Alright, let's get going. Brushy. I mean, this is going to be something of a process now, isn't it? Especially because you do have the standard sort of tutorializing hologram there. And I just got out of the dungeon. We're going right back in here, eh? Very fancy. That's... Again, I don't know. Fine. Just do it. Have you seen the sort of things that expert mixologists do? It's pretty much nonsense. So go ahead, create the Pan-Galactic Gargle Blaster here. Would expect nothing less at this point in time. I guess it's not technically like putting the who knows where ice. Well, it's going to be ice into the machine, but I still feel weird that we have mysterious pipes pumping out water around here. Let's go. Oh, yeah, you need to actually examine the thing. So, yeah, when they said, like, brewing and all that sort of stuff, you could have thought of it as, I don't know, any sort of drinks, perhaps potions or the like. No, it explicitly says booze HP down in the bottom right corner. So, I'm doing this all to make some great alcohol. Which, I mean, I guess in some ways I can get down with. I'm not a super heavy drinker or anything like that, but I do like a touch of the sauce on occasion. And I might disagree with these sort of methodologies, but whatever gets results. Frankly, just give me a good old-fashioned, well, maybe not even an old-fashioned, but I don't know, like screwdriver or something. Nice and fruity drinks. I'm always a big fan of fruity type drinks and the like. Tequila Sunrise. Things that don't involve orange juice. I don't know, like a limoncello or like a margarita. Maybe just, also not just citrus fruits, whatever. Look, I don't know if I would be infusing it with what could be very radioactive and dangerous substances in one way or another. And here's where the bubbles come out. Shoot out the bubble, dude. Run out of time here. Oh, and of course they're the superheated ones. This is a very Mario and Luigi type of mini game, especially like Bowser's Inside Story. I got that sort of. Oh man, I better cool this down. I got that sort of feeling to it, in the way that you have like stuff just kind of coming out of the walls and you're you're like shooting it into areas. If I was hitting this with a hammer, it would be exactly a Bowser's Inside Story type game. That's fun. A little bit different compared to... You can actually take a pretty substantial amount of damage here, so I should probably watch out. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Wait, that was enough to cause Boo's HP to go down? Which is a stupid phrase that I can't believe I have to utter for this. What is it? What does Boo's HP even mean? Yeah, this is when the beer gets skunky. And much like the other enemies, yeah, you can actually die here. Like the one time that I failed this, it was because I did perish trying to create alcohol. Like I'm an old bootlegger. Damn it. There you go. At least I got that one easy enough. Okay. 15 requests. Don't forget the little plastic straw with the maraschino cherry on top of it. It's skewered into it. Oh, your name is Brew? That's didn't even think of that. Yes. Always happy to help when it comes to just, creating some sort of liquid that would probably kill you if you drank it. And that's capitalism for you. I mean, how regal. I guess I did get some bear beer, which sounds interesting, but also now you can create empowered drinks to help on your journey. Is that just a little bit of shtick, a little bit of flavor text, or do I actually get drinks? I'll check that out later. For right now, there's still more stuff to do. And I do know what this guy's thing is, what Joel's going to be sending me on. For right now, though, I think the better option is finally taking revenge on Williamston. Can't believe he got away. Nobody's ever gotten away from me, not in any of these quests. Any of these quests to uphold justice on the moon of Endor. What is this place called again? I've entirely forgotten. Yeah. Through the Maroon Valley. It is literally right outside the city. It's not too difficult at all. Which is good, because I don't really want to do a searching around type of thing. Wow, dude's really fallen from being a captain of the guard. Well, that's what happens when you're space racist. I've said this before. I still stick to it. All right. And yeah, right outside the village. For some reason, when I initially played this, I thought it was going to be near the giant pink tree. I don't have any reason for that. I guess I confused Maroon Valley with the Maroon Tree. There he is. No, don't worry about this. I mean, what do you think I'm doing? I'm just having a nice picnic right outside of talking to this guy. It certainly has nothing to do with anything. What's a little bit of focus up? Yeah, I think that'll be good. Also, that cracker looks delicious still. Let me explain to you how taxes work. All right, let's go. Yeah, it's me. Yep. Hey, what? Do I have to explain taxes to you? Yeah. Maybe that's why I got the buffs. Let's go. He is, surprisingly enough, like a proper boss fight. And a boss fight against like a human character that isn't just, you know, Apollo again. Takes quite a bit of damage and deals quite a bit of damage. Do not underestimate him. When I initially saw this, I thought it was going to be more or less a joke fight, but no, this can actually be a little bit difficult. Also, perhaps his most dangerous weapon, his bag of infinite sandwiches that he'll be constantly trying to eat over the course of this fight. Very, especially with the dashing and the pole arm, it's very Vilya from Secrets of Grindia. Nope. Oh yeah, now that I know what he does, there you go. Still more of a mini boss, but he did get a proper like boss health bar and everything. Why? You know, everybody's trying to get illegal robots and the like. Maybe you should just be trying to ban smoke bombs. Might be a better idea. 2 question marks? And then more question marks even on top of all of that? I mean, I wouldn't have expected there to be footprints going up the side of the wall, but I don't know. A man who deals in smoke bombs is unpredictable in the worst way. And you're going to bring in a bunch of robots? You brought out a bunch of robots. And also round 2. It's a good thing I still got my, Good. It's a good thing that I still got my buffs on, which will help a lot. Stop saying on guard.
Too easy.
I'll play with you some other time. Nope, don't let him eat. Did he eat there? I didn't actually see. I think he probably would have healed up to full if I let him chow down on... what I would assume is, I don't know, what's a really good sandwich? What's the sort of sandwich that would refill that much health? A club? Oh, touch. Well, I walked on the entirely wrong thing. You do get healed for fighting those robots, so it ain't a bad deal. He even has his own dash, which is very fun. Okay. Enough of this. Yes, enough of this, for I have died. I don't really know why that took so long, and yet it did. Anyway. Oh, you are now going to jail for so very long. And give me your sandwiches. I'm going to have to confiscate those. Make you far too invincible otherwise. I mean, I'd imagine that he mostly spent all of his money on those sandwiches. I do wonder if these guys are going to be... The various guys that I've been capturing in these missions are going to be teaming up at the end of the game. I'd like to think that would be an obvious type of thing to happen, especially because the only one that didn't just get straight up captured, we never found a body. But that's going to be quite a way from now. What was that area called? Brigand Cave. Which, how do you... It's called the Brigand Cave. How do you even have any delusions about what you are? William. Okay, get my thing, and then let's go and do the last and most fun quest of them all. I mean, what if I just didn't even bother helping out Joel for this area? Maybe that wouldn't be the worst thing. I mean, maybe? Well, I mean, he wasn't acting alone. We arrested the other guy, though. And he didn't even try to throw down a smoke bomb and leave. Wait, no, I think he did, actually. Never mind. But then I caught him immediately or something. I don't remember how that went. It's been too long. Okay, well... I don't want to, but let's go and do this quest. Yep, it's me. So what do you got? Precious artifact. Wasn't it like a tourist like guide to the desert or something? I mean, I guess that might have some information in it, but it doesn't really feel like the most... Well, let's just get over there. Torn Road. I already have everything opened up and all the passages around there. So it shouldn't be too difficult to do whatever I need to do. I'm not going to spoil it because it's real fun. Yeah, because the Torn Road is to the right of here. If I... Yeah, I almost walked right off the edge, but no. Yeah, this is Torn Road, right? Yes. So named for Rip Torn, who used to make this his home. Getting a little bit of usage out of analysis now. That's been not super common. Not that I have any real indication of where I... Oh, wait, it's right here. Well, that was easy. I mean, that's just the benefit of having this entire place mapped out already. The other place I would have expected Bilston to be would be in the Bone Land, because that doesn't really have too much use aside from the stuff that I've, the couple things that I found in there. A couple of treasure chests. Windless Caverns. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. I mean, most caverns are windless. What are they even talking about? And yeah, another one of those turbines. Didn't really see them too much in the second half of the temple, but don't worry, that's gonna change here, I guess. I don't know. Man, rank C from just those two. You'll get that pretty easy. Okay, right over there, so shoot upwards. Yeah, I was thinking for a second, was this kind of like the dream? Because there was that sort of Paw Cliffs area, but no, this is way different. And besides, I mean, I think it should be fairly obvious that as soon as I find the bamboo area, stop running off the edge. No, just... Alright, fine. Since I find that bamboo area, I'm going to be keeping an eagle eye out for unusual things occurring. There we are. And it just opens up another one. Yeah, I forgot. That's right. Well, I think all I got to do is just shoot it directly over here. Yep, that does it. Good. Great. Well, it doesn't matter because I'm already over in this area, so I have to go all the way back around, of course. Yeah, what was I even thinking that this was going to be? This was even going to be that I was going to get away with not fighting these guys at all. Well, they are firebirds, so ice. Yeah. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. I'll take it. Oh, another... You know, after dealing with all those moths, going right back to enemies that are very... flight-focused is gonna be a lot of fun. And this is... I mean, it is supposed to be like a hidden temple or something. So, of course, it's gonna be the same entrance as they used for the Faj'ro temple. Because it's pretty much a Faj'ro Temple 2.0 in some ways. What you do? Get over there, and then... Yeah, that should do it, right? Yeah. And... there. I don't know how long those fires stay down and everything, but it seems like they stay down as long as they need to. Both gonna be a lot of fun now, isn't it? Yeah, because I don't think that these are just the normal type of firebirds that I've been seeing before. Oh, no, no, no. They are like improved version, which I might have to go look up the name of soon enough. Yep, and they are quite tough and quite annoying to fight. So it's going to be a fun time here, fighting these guys. I mean, I suppose if I can manage to hit them in the air enough and everything, but they can, like, heal from fire, they can... They can heal from fire, and they can do a lot of damage, which is fantastic. Okay, okay. There might be a special version of... Might be a special version of the Firebird enemies that have been fighting here. So it's like, you'd think that I would be totally into it because it is my brand and everything like that. But no, it's just the fights in this area just seem... Stop running into that. Just seem quite difficult. They really do... They really do just take a lot of damage. So I'm going to be skipping around in this area a lot. Yeah. Oh, I do hate these things. Okay, and now that I've defeated a couple of them, let's just take a real quick look. It's like, why? Why does my own people have to betray me like this? No, not you. They're called Darth Moth? Really? I mean, they're called a WoW turbine. Vol turbine and WoW turbine. That's so stupid that I have no words for it. 10, eh? Boy, the last one went so well. I can't wait for this to happen and just be a total nightmare. At least it starts you out nice and easy. Okay. Got Pepper Knight Tea up specifically because I know that I am probably going to be taking a lot of damage and I want that good regen on. Alright. Oh man. And no. Come on, man. It's like right here. There. There's one, but I need all of them. It's an all or nothing type of deal. Okay. Now at this point in time, I think that a heal is in order, and maybe a little bit more Pepper Night tea. You know, just thinking about it. Wow, that was a good hit. 2 for 1, I'll take it. Of course, I can't even hit both these things at once because there's just so many things going on. Okay. Yeah, well, at least I got a bunch of sandwiches. Now I can only hope that I'm not going to be hit off an edge as of right now. Or fall off an edge. You know, whatever. Either way, they both are super cool. I'm just down a sandwich real quick, and I'm going to see if I can get some pepper night tea going. Oh, come on. I was so close there. Okay, is this going to do it? Because, oh man, I hate this fight. It is quite difficult. Anyway, great. Exam lies at the end. I'm sure it's going to be totally worth it. I mean, it's some pillars and quicksand, so I guess we're going to drop down here and hopefully not fight another boss. Yes. It certainly does. Well, there is the whole dripping sand thing, which was a mechanic in the temple and everything. Okay. Oh boy. So that's interesting. Is there going to be a third part to this quest or something? Nope, nothing. Well, at least nothing right now. I guess I'm gonna have to look into that. Either way, if I can avoid fighting a few more WoW turbines, I would very much enjoy that. Or those things at once, just throw in projectiles all over while I have to do very specific things to even damage them. It was a frustrating bout. Anyway, let's go talk to Joel, and then, yeah, I think get on with the Cat in the Car quest, which I did kind of want to leave to the end because, oh man, is it something. I mean, every one of the previous quests has been something, but this one especially is interesting. All about the journey, eh? Well, I'll have to come back here. Really just 2 laser eyes? I've already gotten a couple laser eyes. I don't know. I'm sure I can probably trade that out for something a little bit better, but I have such good equipment right now that I think I'm fine. Yeah, that was the dude that gave me the Giga Spiral Drill. Good stuff. Okay. Now, I already got a little bit of preview of the next part of the Dakar quest just because of the mysterious pirate in here. Now that I have the element of cold. Bam. Yo. Now, that is not what that guy looks like. I don't think you can say that a bald dude who's wearing a scouter looks the same as a pirate. Oh, yeah. Why would I have any reason to doubt you? Huh. Well, I guess that explains why he was not really bothered by the fire or something. Well, the coin. It's not too difficult to figure out where that goes. I did have a mysterious voice tell me to bring a coin, and well, there's not really any other coins around here now, are there? Right near the Bone Lands. So that is used for at least one quest. However, it's definitely a quest. And I don't think that opening up all of the shortcuts that I did so far is going to give me any easier way of getting down there, so let's make the entire trek around. At least I guess I did get that open. It's not much, but it's something. Ounce of preparation worth a pound of jumping around. Trying to figure out how to go on those lily pads. And I guess also the walls are down here. I sure did. That's what it looked like? What is this? What is this Wario Land nonsense? Alright. This will also help me get the rest of the... Does it have to be one of those guys? I hate those things so much. Is that what's been creating all these bone piles around here? Well, anyway, yeah, one of the sand sharks. So that's... Ugh. I mean, I don't really have a choice now, do I? Leads down to another temple area. Maybe this is the area that they were trying to get into before? I don't know. But hey, it's a little bit of a miniature dungeon compared to the one that I just did. Very much borrowing from the aesthetics as well as the mechanics. Now, if I do remember this correctly, and yeah. My first inclination is to go... Oh, not like that. My first inclination is to just run over there as fast as I possibly can. But no, you really do want to do it from this area. Because it is short-lived. And I'll be getting that chest next time. I guess I'm just happy to know that the chests that I have to get do include some of this. Because I knew I was missing a couple of them, and I was thinking, that's probably going to be from doing the quests around here. It's not even just that, it's stuff in the quest areas. Okay. First off, need to do you. And then second off, I do think this needs to be freezing. Oh, nailed it in one. The first time I tried doing that, it was not easy. Hopefully that makes up for losing against Bilston so many times. It didn't? Well, I mean, customer's always right. Come on, one more. A little bit of a preview for the boss, I guess. And the other chest around here is just as easy as ignoring the zoom out. Instead, just kind of running around. All right, let's go into very rich boss monster, I guess. Because they're all boss monsters. I mean, that's Ket Nakar's whole thing. Oh, boy. Well, I'm looking for a piece of broken equipment. I'm not looking for a bunch of gold. The gold is not really as much of a concern. Also, you actually talk? That's kind of a rarity. So, see in the upper right corner? Yep. Yep. Much in the same way that the first boss was a Sonic reference, this is a reference to the Pirates of the Caribbean Heartless boss in Kingdom Hearts 2. Which is such a specific reference. Yeah, you gotta hit him to get the coins out, and it's literally the exact same as the boss in the Pirates of the Caribbean world in Kingdom Hearts 2. What a strange... I mean, I have noticed that, you know, there are some enemy themes that are very much sound like a Kingdom Hearts inspired. I didn't think that it was ever going to go this far to have this specific of a reference. Now there's a question of what is the reference, the Prinny reference then, which I could not tell you. Or I mean the DJ Penguin reference, which I think might be a Prinny reference, but that's just because, well, it's a penguin. Now we get a little bit more difficult with ads. And this bonefish is invincible. Also gets this ability too, which does make him a little bit easier to hit, but is also quite scary. Oh well, I think the best way to do this is, you know, try to get as many hits as once, not worry about getting big hits. So like stuff like the... There we go. Can break it, but doesn't matter because it takes no damage. Ugh, scary. You know, I still got plenty of these pepper teas. Might as well. Good. This thing over here, though, is not helping at all. Maybe it's each one of the coins that you get are equivalent to like 1 point of damage or something. Seems like something that could be a mechanic here. Obviously, I could not possibly tell you. Okay. Try not to get completely destroyed by this guy. Yeah, there we go. This should get me the hundo. Yeah, I did. Okay, come on. Big stun time. Big stun time. I mean, the thing is, it's like this isn't just like a reference to Kingdom Hearts. It's a reference to a very specific fight in Kingdom Hearts. All right, you know what? You can use these beers super quickly, right? Yeah. And let's also... I mean, it does have to be ice right now, so... this is also great. Oh, well, if I break them... At least it's going to be open for... At least they're going to be open to be attacked for quite a while. Or they're going to be prevented from attacking for quite a while. They're not going to be open for attack. There, and then I might as well go for the T. This is kind of a rough boss, mostly because it's such an endurance one, comparatively. Which it's like you usually don't really think of these bosses as being ones that you gotta wait out a lot. If you got good damage, I mean, even stuff like the Moth, you can at least get into its... I'm glad I got this increased SP bar. Okay, yeah, even like the Moth, you can... Okay. Should probably be wearing off in just a second is super mode. Ugh. Not the best, but I'll take it, I guess. Oh, come on. Was that not enough to get your... to get you a break there? Okay. At least it keeps him stunned for a while. Come on, so close. Not quite. Oh, God. I don't know if I'm going to have any ability to run away from this. Nope, not at all. Unfortunately, getting the break on the bonefish there kind of hurt. So now we're... a lot of cutting in this particular set of side quests. Oh, come on. So close. Like, that was literally one more hit left. I was thinking I might be able to blitz him down fast enough if I got the big explosion there. And I probably could have. It's just, you know. Okay, fine. I'll actually, like, just tank a couple hits here to get some extra stuff going on. Just to... it might not be the best idea, but I think it'll work out. Okay. Come on. Final phase here. This shouldn't be terrible, especially if I get my Pepper Knight tea up. My good Pepper Knight tea. And if these things, and if the bonefish aren't body blocking me over and over. Okay. Just get like one deft. Yeah. That should work. Come on, like one hit left, literally, on this guy. There we go. Keep firing it. That's 56 at least. So I guess it's going okay, all things considered. I am still worried. Okay, there's one break. Can I get a second? Oh, no, not this again. It does so much damage. Why are you so powerful, fish? Why you gotta be so free? Okay. Now, there's one. There's two. Okay, I'm at least safe for a little while. And then I'm just going to get this last T down and hope that this should do it. 56 coins. Come on. How much better can you possibly hope for? Ah. Yeah. Oh, God. Please very quickly get a sandwich going on. Come on, I got 56 the last time. All I gotta do is get a break going, and I should be able to get the remaining coins, and then it'll be all totally cool. Oh, come on. Oh, no, not again. Ah! Why does this have to be such a hardcore boss? Yeah, I knew it. I knew that was gonna do it. That's 100. All right, come on. One big explosion, that's gonna do it. Stop attacking me, Ghostfish. Not time. There. A pretty rough boss compared to Sonic and the DJ Penguin. Great, dry fin. And that was the exact thing that I really wanted from all of this. Also, bronze chest. Come on now. That's entirely unnecessary. You can just put it in a regular chest. I can't imagine anybody's coming here without a bronze chest anyway. Anybody's doing these quests without the bronze key. All right. That's, man. That thing is pretty rough. I do actually want to see real quick. Records. What's the deal with this annoying bossy type character? Huh. Don't really have it on here. Or maybe I'm just going past it. I don't know. It's maybe that's not the last I've seen of it. It was a coin-based immortal monster, after all. You never know with those things. Yep, sure did. So what are you doing with all this broken equipment? No. I mean, I've helped you out with 2 of these things so far. Surely. Closed beta. Like, and I thought this was still in like an early alpha type of thing. But so much of the lore is unfinished. And that's why you are dressed up as every class, but you're not actually doing this. I mean, I guess technically as a Spheromancer, I'm kind of the combination of every class or something. They're supposed to be like the character of balance or something. Cool. Only 2 more. Seems something bad happened. I don't know. I mean, it could have just been that they decided to stop playing MMOs. I understand that feeling too. Very interesting. Well, I suppose we'll see a bit more of that quest a little later on. Until then, we now have, oh boy, chests. Enjoy! Wait. Before we get on to the chest, there is still the Hermit quest to do. I forgot to put it in the previous episode, and I nearly forgot to put it in this one. But after you get a couple botanics items of dry wood or something from the Maroon Valley, you're able to come back and finish up this final quest for the Bergen area. And boy, is it one final quest to do. Also, speaking of botanics, I should have also had the Taladu Lips quest for finishing 50% of it there, but I could not find it. I have so many hours of footage that I just could not find wherever that thing was. So, gotta hit each one of these switches to turn on the generator. And you have to do it through some pretty tricky bank shots, including, I think, those purple columns of energy, which are new. I mean, the blue ones act as walls, the orange ones act as materials that projectiles can pass through. The purple ones stop projectiles in their tracks, and I don't think I've seen them anywhere else prior to this. But the thing that makes this really difficult is that you have to kind of pick and choose which of the columns of ice you're actually destroying, and which you need to have to reflect shots off of stuff. So, for example, the first switch there, I need to have the 2 blocks of ice on the bottom so that the projectile wouldn't run right into the purple destruction column things. And that's true for the other 2 things as well. And you can never get any closer until, well, you finish the quest. It's not easy to find the right position to be able to even get the shot through in the first place. And with the ice continuously coming back up, it makes it so that you can't just pick and choose where like the perfect position to do stuff is. And this was a stupid idea entirely. I don't even know what I was trying here. Now you have to stand about right here, and then you have to switch pretty rapidly between fire and your normal shot, depending on if you're trying to, destroy the ice or bank shot. Close, but not quite. I think I actually might have needed to adjust the shot even a little bit more on top of that. But yeah, what you do is you want to destroy everything except for the top 2 to get to the bottom right switch. And then this one, yeah, you would want to use a normal shot there. Destroy everything except for the very top ice column. It was frustrating, and I wanted to keep in a little bit of this footage just because I want to show how annoying this can be. And you have to be very meticulous in your shots to get this exactly right. I mean, when I had done this in my original save file, I remember thinking, oh no, now I have to do this for the actual footage for the series. Well, at least I figured out what I was doing here, so what I gotta do is just shoot 4 times, switch back very quickly before the ice starts to regen. Done. And the ice is also immediately destroyed as soon as you fix the generator too, which is, well, something. At least it gives a sense of finality to this whole terrible quest. All right, and that is the last one for the Bergen Trail. I still need to go turn it in, which I maybe don't have a great track record with, but I did remember this time. But aside from that, I don't know, maybe I'll be shown back up to do something with a hat maker at some point in time. And I do also need to get a couple more chests in this area, but I'm almost entirely done with Bergen. There is still 1 golden chest hanging around, but that's going to be a while. All right, getting right into the temple. This one's pretty easy. You just need to have 2 shots to shoot that out there. Simple, but not really one that I was wondering if it was going to work like that when I originally saw the solution to that puzzle, because it did seem like there might have been something a little bit trickier that you need to do. Easy enough, just to hit fire on that and then drop down in another area. These dropping puzzles, I suppose you could call them, are probably some of the easier chests that you can possibly get in this area. I mean, overall, compared to the temple mine, the Pharaoh Temple is not nearly as bad for chest collection. Not as many, and they're not as complicated to get. That one does require a little bit of timing, though, and that's not the easiest, but I think that as long as you just kind of you make sure that you are jumping as soon as that bullet is hitting the thing, that's all that really matters. And this one is almost entirely dependent on, did you notice that there is a hole in the wall? Yeah. Actually found this one the first time I was going through the temple because I did notice the witness-esque lines on the floor. And I think that was the one that you got a hint about up on top of the temple. And this is one of the few times that I didn't really need that, because I did figure that one out myself. The really hard one in the temple mine where you get... What was it? You had to destroy 3 rocks and defeat 3 flincers to get the chest. That one took forever to find, comparatively. And yes, I did completely ignore the fact that Raida did have another quest for me. I guess we'll do that in one next episode. I don't know. This one, yeah, it's just with the Ket and Dakar quest. And there's similarly another one on the other side. Much easier to get compared to getting the exact timing right to jump over to the chest on the other side of this. And also some pretty good items here. I think the Bright Bracer is something like a level 35 piece of equipment. Now we're getting into the rest of the Maroon Valley. Over in the Bone Cave, there are 2 chests in here, but only one of them is silver and openable at this point in time. No, yeah, remember making sure that I opened this up? Yeah, it did make it very convenient to get back here over on the Paw Cliff area. I am glad that I didn't screw that up and accidentally drop down too quickly. Open up the shortcut for that. That one is just free as long as you have the key. And this one I should have actually gotten last time. It's in the Tim Cave underneath the maroon tree, but I forgot to grab it, I guess. 2 silver chests in the Bergen area. Or 1 silver chest here. 2 silver chests in the Bergen area. And 1 silver chest in the Bergen town. Still a gold chest there and still a gold chest here, but otherwise almost entirely complete. This is much like the other chests that I've gotten so far. In the Ket and Dakar quest, right before you fight the DJ Penguin. This one especially is kind of rough to get. You can see it pretty easily upon entering the cave, but remembering to keep all of these ice pillars unmelted is a different story. Thankfully, other areas have taught me well on that point. Alright, with chests over, let's get to some kind of lore. I don't really know what I want to do for lore. Been looking at a little bit of the... Yeah, people? I'd say people is probably a good one. Grew lost of memories for unknown reasons. And also thanks to not including text in the game. Yeah. Carla, have not seen forever. Also kind of lazy. Hey, come on. Don't be mean in your description. No apparent occupation other than helping Leah. That's... Still... They said that he didn't actually help out with the... whatever mysterious project that they were working on. Still very mysterious. Yeah, nobody else is using the jetpack because I don't think the game is designed for flying. Still have no idea who this guy is. I mean, no, that makes no sense at all. Emily's still here. I don't know, Joy Season Friend knows every inch of it. Yeah, no surprise that he's in the lore guide, because what else do you have to do in the game at that point? This guy who... His name is Grumpesto. Oh, come on. Does not hold up to a sense of realism. I think that's asking too much out of a video game. Whenever it happens like that, you're into something enough, you're going to be scrutinizing it as much as you possibly can. Well, look at me. Yeah. Sense of style? I'm looking at his hair right now. Also, don't get a full name for these guys, eh? And one more dude coming in. Also, I assume whoever the true identity of the blue avatar is going to be in that second area. Well, next time, I don't actually know. Something new.